Mississippi is on the up. So often we only ever seem to hear negative stories about our state. So when things go well, I think we should celebrate them. First and foremost, the homicide rate in Jackson seems to have fallen fairly dramatically. Now, we can't be sure, but by the end of this month, by the end of June, we're going to be halfway through this year. And so far, the number of murders in Jackson is down dramatically compared to this time last year or the year before. Now, in 2021, there were a record 160 homicides in Jackson. That made Jackson, in per person terms, one of the most violent cities in America. 2022 wasn't that much better. There were tragically 136 homicides that year. But so far, almost halfway through this year, we've only seen 41 homicides in Mississippi, in Jackson's capital, Mississippi. Now, I say only. 41 is still a horrifically high number. But if that figure holds out, it could be that we're beginning to see a significant reduction in homicides in our capital city. Why is this? Now, some might say it's because of changes that were made in the way that we police Jackson. There are all kinds of reasons that might account for this. But the fact is that a significant reduction in homicides in our state capital would be enormously good news for the whole state. There's another reason why things are getting better in Mississippi. Literacy rates amongst children in Mississippi used to be pretty awful. For years, Mississippi was pretty much the bottom of the class. But new data shows that actually the literacy rates in Mississippi have increased significantly. Mississippi is now about average for America. There's been a significant improvement following the introduction of phonics and testing. And phonics and testing seem to be the big drivers in the progress that we see in Mississippi. There's a third reason why I think things are getting better in Mississippi. The unemployment rate in our state today is lower than it's ever been before. At the moment, there are 42,000 Mississippians who are unemployed. That is significantly down on the 120,000 that were unemployed 10 years ago. We've seen a really big sustained fall in unemployment. Now, I think part of this is because personal income tax has fallen. And if you don't tax people when they earn an income, more people will go out and work. There's also been significant deregulation in the Mississippi labor market following the introduction of a universal occupational licensing law that we helped spearhead. There's a fourth reason why things are getting better here in Mississippi. Mississippi now has one of the lower, not the lowest I wouldn't say, but one of the lower personal tax burdens in America. There are only 15 states in the Union that have a lower personal tax burden now than Mississippi. This follows a campaign we spearheaded to reduce the personal income tax rate. So Mississippi has gone from being a highly regulated, high unemployment state with a high tax burden and poor literacy rates, with high crime in its state capital, to a state that has seen significant progress in literacy rates, a reduction in the rate of unemployment, a significant drop in the personal tax burden, and mercifully it looks as if a significant reduction in the homicide rate in our state capital. If things continue, Mississippi, I think, will flourish. All of this shows that the kind of things that we at the Mississippi Center for Public Policy are pushing for, free market-based, liberty-based reform, those are the key to getting Mississippi where we need to be.